I've come to one of the more unusual museums I've ever been to. It's a Cold War era missile silo located in northern Lithuania, and I'm only at the front gate, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of security fencing from the era, extensive barbed wire, razor wire, concrete poles. Obviously there would have been searchlights everywhere, and guards everywhere, I would presume. Anyway, let's go have a look. Actually, I've just been reading about the fencing, and it clearly details that the fencing was designed to either trap you, electrocute you, or lead you into a minefield with fragment mines. So it was never going to be a happy ending getting out of this place. So it's not quite crawling with the crowds of Disneyland, but there's still a few people floating around. There is a holiday camp not far from here that's quite full of families and campers, day trippers, that sort of thing. But you can, just behind me, you can see there's 4 missile silos here. So behind me are 2, and these are the lids of them that we all probably saw in our films at school, where they slide back when they're about to ignite the missiles. It's quite eerie being here, to be honest. Very eerie. I'm just in the central area of the complex, and it's really quite a big site. These missiles must have been huge. I guess I'll get some more statistics on that later. But thankfully there's some more customers coming in, so I don't feel like the only lurky tourist around with a selfie stick. Здравствуйте. This place is immense. This is the underground climate control system. This is a huge engine that powered the filters. You can see the size of the pistons. They must be the size of 50-litre drum. This engine gave off so much heat that American satellites could pick up the heat from above ground to pinpoint the different facilities. So they only ran these areas for 2 hours a day, and then you just breathed in the stale air for the rest of the time. I wonder what this does. Ooh, shit. Nothing like a comic-style illustration to demonstrate how the bomb explodes above ground level to vaporise everything and then suck it into the vortex of atomic hell. Illustrative pictures of distances, what happens where. I guess this guy's getting atomised. And then there's some really... this is all in Russian, so I don't understand what it's saying, but this guy, there's various ways to protect yourself from the blast: fence, ditch, another ditch, and if you're really unlucky, you only get a tree stump to hide behind. Fashions for the Cold War veteran. This looks thoroughly uncomfortable. The filter canister at the end is really heavy. I can't tell you how heavy that is. And then a big rubber mask. Yeah, you're going to be sweating some in this thing. Now we do need to remember that Lithuania was not for these missiles. Lithuania was unfortunately taken over by Russia back in the day, so in the Cold War era. So after World War II, it was taken over by Stalin and became part of what became the USSR. So this thing is the diesel generator that serviced the complex. It is enormous. You can see the size of those crankshafts in there. Pistons, cylinder heads. Tons of steel. I think I'm down about 3 levels at the moment. It's really quite cool in here. As in cold. Extra cold. Soviet era artifacts, Cold War era artifacts, little busts of Lenin, Stalin, gas masks. No doubt there was vodka in the flasks. Oh cool, it's the poster room. All of these posters seem to have a common theme of careful, who's listening, who's watching, do the right thing for your country. And I've been a friend. Amazing. This is a good little explanatory map. It's pretty basic, but you can see the extent to which the USSR took over these Central European countries, Baltics up here, Poland, Eastern Germany, Czechoslovakia, Ukraine down here, Moldova, Crimea, and obviously after Perestroika, all of these countries are now proudly independent. I'm in the base of the missile silo. I think I can go in here. Maybe. I think I'm actually stuck. Okay. I'm in. Oh wow. Holy Jesus. This is amazing. I've just come through this little hatch here. And I'm actually at the, I'm so disoriented. It's been like a maze, but I'm at the top of the silo. So this is the lid. This is the lid that we can see from outside. And there's these funny little vents around the place. And here, these vents, I guess they were sort of maybe like exhaust ports. They've done a really nice little film, educational film, being projected on the edge of the silo there. And you can see, I'll hold this out as far as I can without dropping it. That is a missile silo. I'm in a room, and the lady at the ticket office, she said at the end of the trip I get to launch the missile, but I can't. I'm assuming this is the room, and there is one little red button right here which I'm going to press for an authentic nuclear blast, I guess. There we go. It's really quite unnerving, totally unnerving. I'm just speechless, really. Well, that's it. Tour's over. Quite an interesting experience. Very well thought out museum. Depressing to see how much effort man puts into trying to destroy itself. And who would have thought, all these years later, I bet the Soviets never thought some Australian tourist would be walking around filming this place on his camera. Different times, thankfully.